Liquid nitrogen is a liquid at -196 degrees Celsius. It has a very strong frozen body. Once an object comes into contact with him, will be frozen in an instant. Soak a flower in the night load. A fleeting leap turns it into a grave. Local tyrants and foreigners use banknotes to freeze. In the end, it was even very arrogant to break it with a hand drill. Sure enough, we have no way to understand the thoughts of local tyrants. 22 2-lighters for testing. This time, use the clip a few times to fake it. I saw that the gasoline inside turned into liquid. As the lighter broke, it finally flowed out. This wave of operation, it is even more itchy for foreign ladies to see. I am planning to do it today. Put the hair in a -196 independent liquid band. I saw him first. It's about putting a balloon in a ribbon. Thin balloons can't stand the temperature, shrinking into a crumpled ball. If you want to ask about the freezing effect, just listen to the sound. Mosquitoes were so happy with that. Can't wait for a beautiful woman to turn her hair. Put it in water, and wet it. And then you put it in liquid nitrogen, without hesitation. And in an instant, our hair works like a root wire. Even thick skin can also be seen on the surface of the hair. Break it lightly with your hand. At a loss, you also think the hair quality is better. Otherwise, it will be broken. But the following is what the lady does. It's a little confusing. He actually fell down once. Hair all in liquid nitrogen. After a period of time, this hair, it takes the shape of a fatting broom. This time with another 100. I'm not so lucky. Peeing here should also remind everyone. Such a dangerous business. In this day and age, some people just like to try different things. In our impression, trucks are huge. It looks rather awkward. Whether it's cornering or braking, are not as agile as cars. But foreigners have taken a fancy to this. I'm going to challenge today. They do stunts with trucks. Before, combine an F1 car with a seriously ill truck. The ultimate truck with full acceleration, at the water's edge, passing a jumping tank. F1 cars seize the opportunity, crossing under the double truck. This is what surprises the urine. If you think this game is crazy enough. So here's one stunt that will blow your mind. Chin. The experimenter intends to use 14 trucks to simulate. The clock runs for 24 hours. Not to mention the difficulty of cooperation between trucks. The most important thing is the magic clock, is to be accurate. And the 3 hands should run towards the true clock circle. Keep it like this for 24 hours. Best known for adapting such a treasure. The whole team is also researching for a long time. The trial is starting to deliver. Truck drivers must ensure that the truck is out of a straight line. Strictly operate around the center, in addition to ensuring the left-right interval, and drive strictly according to the speed of the hands. From above, second-hand card scale, but the best, because he's the fastest. Actually, disputes in real trucks are no better, especially if the real driver has to be at the same speed for 24 hours, around a circle. If you go a little faster, it will take more than 24 hours. This places high technical demands on the driver. Fortunately, the sequence of the herb picking experiment let them have a tacit understanding directly. The final experiment was originally completed. Little friend in front of the screen. In this day and age, many traditional products have long been replaced with new structures. Even the traditional tape we commonly use has also been promoted. This black technology tape called Fic tape, but it had an amazing effect. It is said that this tape does not work under any conditions. Can glue objects, powerful stickiness, even broken water pipes. Don't care. And not only that, according to the inventor, it's used all over the place. Waterproof enterprise power features. Let this black tape roll out as well. Received widespread attention, but foreigners have doubts about him. I saw that my brother did use 400 trillion water jet, split the hammer in 2, under the cutting of the water jet. Soon, the hammer disintegrated. Then my brother uses this black tech tape, repair it. The weather took advantage of 25 cm. The tape completes the bonding of the hammer. Then this kind of hammer that is cut and compounded again. What about the quality? Meet my brother with a hammer, nailed to the wooden board. Tap with. We can see the use of the hammer is still good. Then the little brother plans to pull the nail out again. This is the measure that accounts for the quality of the test. I did my best. Finally managed to pull the nail out, and then the process continues. The plastic part of the hammer broke, and the boy is also a non-stop. Directly sealed the entire hammer. A fully armed hammer. Even if it comes into contact with the current, it won't be sent out, either. Friends, in front of the screen. If you happen to need tape bonding around you, to say the most courageous, that's a foreigner who dares to throw that into the toilet. I believe everyone is in junior high school. I learned about this metal in textbooks. It's a very reactive metal. A strong reaction occurs in contact with water. Throw Diana into the river. Soon we will see a violent explosion on the river surface. This is the first time I have seen this scene. After understanding this little brother still resolutely chose to die. Bought a big piece of milk and a big toilet. Get all the props ready. I saw that he first cut the milk into small pieces. This is also to shrink the particles. When everything is ready, we start testing. Throw small pieces of sodium into the toilet. Throw the wooden block in. Then he ran away, and in the next second, the block was blown away. Design mystery, and white smoke kept coming out of the toilet. Foreigners who can't wait. Choose simple and crude. How to play. I saw he got a long PVC pipe. Connect the toilet flush switch, and I threw it in. After contact with water, The reaction is not that far away. Then pull the spleen to slow the water first. The moment you rush down, then it will explode abnormally, immediately, but the power is not as great as imagined. So my brother increased the dosage of that by 5 times, but the result has not yet met my brother's expectations. The sequel to The Corrupt Veteran will just use all the winning and losing. Oops. Walk slowly to the toilet. Throw all Sue's accommodations in the toilet. Activate the pump switch at the same time. The next second, the toilet went up and fell apart. Hurry up and rush to help the foreigner. I was almost frightened by the secondary explosion of Nah, little friend in front of the screen. The foreigner put a hand into the glass. The black liquid spread to his body. He's restoring the venom dominance in Marvel. Only foreigners know the bitterness behind the effect. He was a craftsman. I like to restore various characters in Marvel on weekdays, accidentally. He found that the properties of cell fluids are very similar to those of venom, and so he had an idea, going to make a venom suit, risking the attitude of trying. He wrapped his body in toilet paper, finally standing in a self-fluidizing solution. Rationally speaking, the magnetoflute will crawl up, but they think too simply. Quickly figure out a second way. Holding a female magnet in her hand, then approach this self-fluid. Again, let this method increase efficiency first. It's like coming alive. If there is another problem, soon, cell fluids are very viscous. Once it's glued, it's hard to clean off. But foreigners have already broken down. Prepare 6 spoons of magnetic fluid. Replace the fish magnet with a 5mm small magnet. This can bring better results. Make a glove and try it. The contact between the two is like the upper body of venom. Then the little brother was cruel. Purchased 100,000 magnets online. Production begins. Put latex on the magnet, make it more stable and not easy to spread out, and make the poison leaf suit look more realistic. Even did some treatment on the face. After half a month of effect, this venom suit is almost finished. Can you finally achieve the effect your friends want? The whole process is very cool. It is when the little brother takes off the battle. It's black and scary. If you want to clean it up, it will take a while. Friends in front of the screen. It's a magical scene. There is a ruler behind the lens. Strangely enough, the lens covers that part. I can't see the ruler, and the experimenter is waving his hand behind. But you can clearly see what's in your hand, until we suspected that this ruler was more of a Tao. Time. The test paper took out another spoon, put it behind the lens, got the result is consistent. Even the hands of the test paper on the door, put it all behind the lens. Through the lens, we can only see the waves from behind, and that made us wonder. Now this is not a normal lens, it's 4 lenses of the same size, composed of lenses. There are 2 kinds of focal lengths for stroking the lens. Place the 2 lenses with the smaller focal length in the middle. The larger focal length is placed at both ends. This design is for light is passing through 4 lenses. Will gather near the central axis, and so that creates a blind spot where some of the light gets bypassed. In this blind spot, we can achieve stealth with ease, but in the middle, where the light passes through, does not have an occlusion effect. So open your palms, let the light enter the guard. Through us we can see a hand invisible. The other hand did something magical, and people are concerned about invisible eyes. It never stops. A professor from abroad, and he did one such experiment. A teenager walks around the glass panel, and finally, back to square one. The next second, a child suddenly looked up, but other than waving, we can't see his lower body screen. The experimental effect of the previous friends.